Gotta go. Where you from? Get back to the money. Gotta go. Gotta get back to the money.
What up? It's the voice of the unit, DJ Chaotic, representing that G unit. G-Unit. And you are tuned into the #1 podcast, the Right Now podcast. Pay attention to my brother.
What's going on, everybody? This is Right Now podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that's been locked in and tuned in with us. Continue to make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share. Today is going to be a great episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited about today. We've got a special guest in the house. KJ, go ahead and tell them who we got.
Let's see. So, on today's episode, we got, you may know him from his dominant run overseas, especially in Japan's B.League. He just helped, I'm going to say this name wrong. I know for sure I'm going to say it wrong.
Altiri Chiba.
Hey.
Bring home the championship gold. But what makes his story so powerful isn't just the stat sheets. It's his heart. It's his grit. And how he's turning his platform into a purpose. He's an advocate. He's a mentor. And he doesn't let diabetes stop his drive. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise and show some love for the one and only Trey Porter.
Hey. Trey, man. Trey. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for taking time out, sitting down with us.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. This is dope.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Real quick before we, get started into everything, tell the viewers, tell everybody who's watching, how they can actually follow you, man.
All right, so yeah, I only really have Instagram. My Instagram is Trey_2121. That's really the only social media I use. I'm not really into that Twitter and Facebook.
You ain't doing no TikTok, no.
And I don't be on the TikTok making dances and nothing
dancing?
like that.
Okay. So, Trey, before we get going, get diving in, we like to kind of play like an icebreaker. Icebreaker. So we got a few questions to kind of dive in real quick. So who would you say is the most underrated player that you've ever faced?
That's a tough one. I say that's a tough one. Because I've been fortunate enough to play on, different levels.
Oh yeah,
and especially going back to high school, playing against some of the top draft picks of my year, and then even being teammates with a couple of draft guys currently in the NBA. But I'll probably say just because I was able to play a season with them, I'd say the Caleb and Cody Martin, the twins.
Okay.
The twins.
Yeah.
Me and somebody were just talking about my buddy Steve.
Okay.
Steve, we were just talking about the twins today. On everything. Just talking about the twins.
Yeah, because Caleb played for the Mavericks.
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking about that, man. That's crazy. He's going to listen to this and be like, that's exactly what we were just talking about. That's crazy. What would you say your favorite pregame meal is?
My favorite pregame meal? Actually, I eat a lot. So I'd probably say some type of pasta related stuff. I eat a lot of fruit even leading up to the game. So I usually have like a big, like some pasta related or something like the really high calories, high carbs. And then like leading up to the game, I'll probably eat a few apples, few oranges, some grapes, watermelon, just that kind of stuff leading up to the game.
Yeah. What would you say is the best crowd you've ever played in front of?
Team I play for currently, man. Our crowd kind of crazy. But I say but away crowd. Okay. I remember my freshman year when I was at George Mason, we played against Oklahoma when they had Buddy Hield. Man, that was the craziest arena we ever been in. I was like, yo, this joint is wild. Especially being like an 18-year-old freshman going and playing at Oklahoma whenever they were, I think they made it to like the Elite Eight or the Final Four that year. Man, that joint was crazy.
Man. What's one song that gets you locked in every time?
To be honest, I listen to like some very chill music. I don't really listen to like what you would think. So I listen to like I listen on Sundays. We play on Sundays. I listen a little bit more gospel on Sundays.
Who's your go-to gospel?
Right now, I've been listening to Jelly Roll and Brandon Lake.
Okay.
Brandon Lake, yeah, I like them right now. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
In general, though, I probably play. I listen to a little bit of Jaheim before the games.
Okay.
Okay,
Put
Jaheim.
that woman first.
All right. So let's go ahead and dive into it real quick. Trey, go ahead and take us back before the B League, before you got into overseas, the grind. Who was Trey growing up?
Man, so I'm Trey growing up. I got one of 6 kids. It was just me, my mom, my sisters. Growing up, to be honest, I played soccer growing up. So it was like so for the first probably half of my life, I played soccer. So I didn't even really touch a basketball. So I was
You was dribbling, just not dribbling that basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And so I was playing that. I played that up until I was like 13, and then I was like 6'5" at the time. They was like,
Sir, can we put a basketball in your hand?
They're like, hey, go ahead, come on over. You done with all these other sports. Go ahead, come over to basketball. And like that's when I started taking it serious. But yeah, now I'm a big soccer lover. I love watching soccer. I still watch it to this day. I even go to games if I can.
Yeah.
So when did you know? I mean, I know, of course, when you're 6'5", you're 13 years old, they put the basketball in your hand. So when did you discover that actually, basketball was more than just a dream? It was actually like your destiny.
I'd probably say this would be going into my junior year of high school, because that's when I think I really I played freshman. I played freshman basketball my first, when I was freshman. I played JV when I was a sophomore, and then junior and seniors. That's whenever I made like the biggest leap and made it and played varsity. And I'd probably say after the first game, my first game playing varsity, I think I had almost 30 or something like that, and that's when I kind of really like, all right, like I can do something with this, like I got the drive, I got the work ethic and all that. So I was like, I ain't never had to really worry about that. But like that's whenever I knew I was like, all right, like I can actually do a little something with the game.
Yeah, you had the will. Now it's just time to provide the skill behind everything.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. Make sure you have that skill and will, skill versus will, and if you don't have the will.
Don't matter if you got the skill.
Yeah.
No, 100%. That's why it's like there's some people like I'm not the most skilled person. I'm not the most physically gifted, but I'm a little like when I get inside those lines, like I'm a little different, man. Like it's hard for me to just like play casual and play how I usually play, because it's like playing casual, it's like I don't really care. But like if you want me to like really play, it's I'm a different person. Like it's just a different level of intensity that I bring. So it's just like that's tough, especially like when my friends want me to go hoop with them and play like open gym and stuff like that, because like I ain't really out there trying
to come hoop with me at LA Fitness, bro.
Yeah, LA Fitness out there. I'm just out there trying to get cardio, and they be getting mad at me because I'm just out there, BSing and whatnot.
Now they brought you to win. They're trying to get some dubs.
100%. That's the problem. They brought me to win. I'm like, man, I just came out to hang out with my guys. That's it, man.
Nah, we brought you to keep some dubs, bro. What do you mean?
I'm trying to throw it off the board. We get highlight real time. What we talking about?
We're trying to go viral. We're trying to go viral.
So, when was the last time you laced up the cleats?
Soccer?
Yeah.
I was 13.
Oh, okay.
Shoot, that was the last time. I mean, I dribble here and there. Like I remember, like I was in college, I used to like dribble. I do a little dribble Jones before the game and stuff like that. So my coach got mad at me for doing that. And he's like, I'm not taking the game serious. I'm like, all right, my bad. That's what it is. I dribble here and there, but putting on cleats, I ain't put on cleats in years.
Yeah. Since you were 13. Huh?
Yeah, 13.
So overseas, what's different about the hoop culture over there?
To be honest, I think, especially like, so I've been fortunate to play in Europe and then now Japan for the past 3 years, going on 4 years. It's a different level of intensity, especially when you're like some of those countries where it's like they really love basketball. Like, I mean, if you ever look up like EuroLeague games and stuff like that, like some of those are like, it's crazy the type of fans that they have there. And like they'll pack the whole arena out. They're lighting fireworks and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy just the different venues in different levels of intensity, you know, in different parts of Europe. I say in Japan they're a little bit more respectful just because it's a more respectful culture. But like the fans go, especially if like, you know, the team's good and like you're in like a big city and like they got, you know, a team to support. Like the fans will go. They're just a little bit more polite than like other places in the world.
So it's not like rowdy like how in the States.
It's not like it gets a little rowdy, but it's not like what I've been to, like playing in college and also playing in Europe, where like, you know, people actually yelling personal stuff at you. They just want you to miss a shot.
Oh, okay.
You know? They ain't gonna talk about, you know, you or anybody else in your family.
Yeah, they're
like
disrespectful out here. Yeah, like very disrespectful.
No, 100%.
Now, so 2,000 plus points. You know, that's no joke. How did you elevate your game from, you know, playing over here in the States versus playing over there and playing overseas?
I think it's like, so I think one of the biggest things for like me in my career and like in my level and my style of play is that it's adaptable. Like I can play a bunch of different places because I do the things that I do really well. I do them extremely well. So my intensity on the defensive end is going to be there. Like I take pride in that. Like that's something I take pride in. You know, I'm always going to run. You know, I'm fortunate enough to be athletic to be able to run and jump. So you're always going to get, you know, those type of things out of me. And at the end of the day, like I'm gonna compete at a very high level. So it's like that translates everywhere. You know, yeah. I want to win. I've been fortunate enough to win at, you know, every level that I've been at, and there's a reason for it. You know, but yeah, I say that's probably like the biggest thing.
Gotcha. Let me pause real quick from basketball aspect, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about life off the court, mm-hmm. right? So we know you're a big advocate of, you know, diabetes, right? Yeah. Let's dive into that real quick and what that was like when you were first diagnosed and what that was like as playing sports and everything.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed when I was 18 months old. So that was before I could even I could even walk, talk, do anything. My mom was giving me shots when I was a baby. I was really diagnosed. I was really had it at birth, but they took them a year and a half to figure out what was really wrong. And but I mean, growing up, I mean, it's kind of things, you know, have a little bit of what's the word? I guess he was a little shy just because like I got to take shots and stuff like that. So, you know, in front of my friends, you know, I'm going out with my friends, you know, in school and stuff like that. You know, I got to test my blood, you know, enter that in. Then I gotta dial up a shot, do that. So, you know, doing that, you know, growing up was kind of a little, you know, I didn't really embrace it as much as I do now. Now my friends laugh at me now because I'd be in the middle of somewhere and I just take a shot and be like, look at me like, I'm like, yeah, I'm diabetic. That's usually how I break the ice for that. But I mean, growing up, so starting at a young age and then also being around different type of stuff when I was, you know, a youth, I knew that when I got older, like that's something like I have a strong like passion for, like, so that's something I really wanted to do as I got older. You know, I wanted to be involved in that because I'm like, I know it's kind of tough it's tough just in dealing with yourself, and if you don't, but like then also doing the sports aspect of it, it brings a different dynamic to like what you got to do, like how you got to prepare, and like my preparation for stuff is a lot different than how you guys would prepare for things, you know. So it's like being able to kind of share my experience and like, especially if there's kids or anybody out there who might be a little bit discouraged by that, like let them know like, nah, we can do this, like I did it, like we can definitely find a way for like have hope, like you're gonna be able to kind of have whatever career you want to have, like this won't be a crutch.
Yeah, yeah. What you talk about the kids. What are you doing as far as like getting in front of the kids? I believe you were at a camp.
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough. You know, Kevin, he was able to get me in contact.
They say he's a pretty good guy, you know.
He's all right, man. He's all right, man. I don't know who you talking to, man, but he's all right.
That's what I heard. You know,
I vaguely remember somebody like that.
Yeah. But he was able to get in contact with them, and they actually. Then I think they actually didn't reach out to him because I think he actually tried for, you know, a couple years now, and they finally reached back out to him and were like, oh yeah, no, we'd love to have, you know, Trey come up and, you know, just, you know, spend a day like speak. At first it was supposed to be just speak to them, but I ended up spending like majority of the day with them.
Wow.
Yeah, just because I had fun. Like, it was a great experience. Like the kids enjoyed me being there. I enjoyed being there. But I was able to, get in there, talk, do different kind of things, and interact with, a bunch of different diabetics, from the ages of like, I think it was like 5 up to like 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that's really huge, being able to talk to the kids, because you never know who could be feeling the same way that you were feeling that age, and just they're not ready to open it up yet in front of the people, in front of their friends or anything like that. So with you being able to talk to them and just telling them, hey, it's okay. This isn't going to hinder you from anything. I mean, that's really huge.
Yeah.
People need, kids definitely need that. People need that, let alone kids, especially this time.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah. What's it like to be able to like, kind of give your example or utilize yourself as an example for the next generation to let them know, like, hey, just because we got to take a shot don't mean, it's all over.
I mean, what it means to me, it means everything. Like I've been fortunate enough, like in my life, like the Lord has blessed me like tremendously in my life. I can't, like, I'm so happy where I'm at. Obviously, you always want to keep progressing and stuff like that. But I'm so happy like where I'm at in life, like in terms of everything that it's just great. It's just great being able to like have my experiences and be able to have the success that I've had in basketball and in life, and being able to like share that with kids that are like me. Like it's been great. Yeah. That's something I definitely I'm appreciative of.
Oh, sorry. Well, how do you stay like mentally locked in, especially when basically the world's telling you got limitations?
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I think more so the technology they have now is far greater they had than when I was in 1997 when I was diagnosed. I was having to do the draw up syringes type of thing, but now they got stuff that you can stick on your body and it constantly give you insulin. I usually wear something on my stomach that tells me my blood sugar, so I don't have to prick my fingers anymore. So like seeing the difference in that, like when I was younger, it was kind of like the doctors would kind of be like, it's something that they discouraged it a little bit. Not necessarily like, oh, he shouldn't play sports, but it was definitely something that was talked a little bit differently than somebody who didn't have type 1 diabetes. But like as you got older, especially like nowadays, I feel like it's not as much of a burden or whatever for kids, just because like the technology is phenomenal nowadays.
Yeah, so it's a lot easier to deal.
Yeah, so much easier. Yeah, so much easier to deal with. Like I wish I had this when I was a kid. Or at least I'm glad I have it now.
Well, let's get back to basketball real quick. We know what the daily grind is like, for someone who plays ball or in sports. What's it like? What's one misunderstanding about overseas? What do you think people kind of feel like could be like misconception about overseas ball?
I think some, I don't know, I feel like some people are a little bit ignorant to it. They think that some people making like NBA level money, which there are people that make, you can make millions of dollars overseas. Like that's definitely possible, but there's not that many people making, that type of money overseas, overseas. So I think there's sometimes that little misconception of like, all right, you play overseas, so you might be doing like extremely well. Nah, it's not quite like that. I don't got no LeBron or Floyd Mayweather money.
Them euros, they think the euros is Americans. They don't translate like that when they come back over here.
Nah, 100%.
Let's talk about winning the championship. Let's talk about walk us through that championship run.
Man, it was phenomenal. I played against this team so I was on this other team in Kobe my first 2 years in Japan, and then going into this last season, they actually reached out and said they interested in signing me and signing me for this upcoming season. And, you know, they just came off a 56-4 record. They were, like, projected to, like, last year especially, they were projected to win the whole thing and then end up getting bounced in the semifinals, which in Japan, the top 2 teams move up a division. And so they got bounced in the semis after setting a record for, you know, in the league for win percentage and stuff like that. So then, you know, they reached out, brought me in, and we even capitalized. We even did a little bit better. We went 57-3 this year.
Hey.
Oh,
And then, you know, going through that season, there was tough times throughout the time, you know, throughout the point of the season. You know, we had some, you know, we only had 3 losses, but, you know, those 3 losses were pretty bad losses just because, like, we just ain't played too well. You know, it's just one of those things, like, we legit probably could have went, like, 16-0 this season.
crazy.
Yeah. But, you know, just going through that and then, you know, kind of getting to the playoffs and, you know, everybody kind of had that, you know, it was like that, you know, that monkey on your back thing where, you know, like, all right, the past 2 years, we fell short of moving up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, so there was a little bit of, like, anxiousness going into like this season's playoff, but you know, I'm pretty relaxed, chill dude. Like I don't really be
Not too high, not too low.
Yeah, like I ain't about to get worked up about stuff like that. Like man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Like, all we can do is go out there and do what we supposed to do. If it's meant for us to win, it's meant for us to win.
Written.
Exactly. So it's like, so you know, going into that, you know, we go through the first round, you know, pretty easy 2-0 sweeping that, you know, go to the semifinals, which is like, you know, that first hurdle, you know, that next hurdle that we got to, you know, to get promoted. And we ended up going 2-0 in that series 2, and which then got promoted. You know, so it's kind of like a little bit of sense of relief because it's like, oh, dang, that's finally like something that, you know, this team has been working for 3 years to get to, and that we finally able to accomplish, you know, that one goal. And
Katie.
Facts. That's exactly what I felt like. I said that many times throughout the year. I said, man,
KD?
I feel like KD. Not in terms of the stats and all but man,
going to Golden
join
State.
the superpower team.
Slid to Golden State, like,
man, I appreciate y'all. I was like, I appreciate y'all for having me.
What do you need? What do you need?
Yeah, I said, man, I'll do it. Hey, whatever y'all need for me to help y'all win, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And you know, then it was actually weird how the season ended. So we go play the finals. So we come out first game, we lost. I think we lost by like 2 or something like that. We kind of came out. We kind of got popped that first game, or is like we were just kind of like, oh shoot. We came out the next game. I think we beat them by like 30, and like that's whenever we kind of like, all right,
knew.
Yeah. And then so we go into game 3 on Sunday, and I was shoot like I just the way I like mentally I was preparing for that game. Like, of course, everybody say now that it's happened. Like I was like, bro, there's no way we about to lose. Like we not losing, kind of thing. And so we get to the game, and something happened. Like hour and a half before the game, they were like, all the lights went out in the gym, and then they were like, game delayed a little bit, and like you know we'll blah blah blah. We're like okay, so then we go. So then like I think that time come, you know, that hour, 45 minutes or 30 minutes come, and then they had us all go out to the court, and they were like, the game is canceled for the day. Apparently like a fuse and like something broke, and
somebody got paid.
Yeah, something. And then they were like, so then like on Monday, they were like, oh, the game's gonna be rescheduled for Monday. So they're like Monday night or something like that. And we're like, okay. So we had like a shoot around that morning, and they ended up telling us, they were like, yeah, so basically like a fuse in the gym broke or caught fire or something like that. And it was our gym though. It was our gym. Yeah, we had home court.
Not the home court. Not the home court.
Yeah, it was home court. I was like, damn. And so they're like, yeah, so season's over. Like series canceled. Like the league is gonna decide like who wins and blah blah blah. And then so you know we're like, dang, like that's
kind of wild.
That's how the season ends.
Yeah,
like I'm like, bro, we would have never thought that's how our season was gonna end. And then, you know, then later on in the week, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have co-champions, this, that, and the other." Which I mean, it's cool. I mean, because your bonuses and all that, but I mean, you still want to win. You still want to be the one. Like, you don't want to share that. Like, that's not something you want to share. And so that's that. So that's how our season went this year. Kind of great to very surprising.
That's kind of crazy. I never thought that you would want to do like a code type. Not you guys specifically, but as a league to have a. Yeah. Nah, we got to run that. Somebody has to be the one.
Yeah.
Y'all should have just picked each other up and just made phone calls like, hey, let's just go out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go rent out 24-hour fitness one time. And
for real. Hey, we would have played in 24-hour fitness. Like we ain't care. Like we would have played in the Gold's Gym or whatever. Yeah, we would have done wherever.
Like, at this point.
Man, we did not care. Like that's something that we wanted. But I mean, we ended up getting champions and having a good celebration, with the fans. So that was great. So I mean, that's good and all, but. I mean, we'll see.
You wanted to,
definitely wanted to.
Let me show you how it really would have went down. So let's run it back. Let me show you guys how it's really going to go.
Absolutely,
yeah. Nothing worse than so. What was that like? What was the energy like with the rest of the team? With that, how did everybody feel knowing that was going to happen?
When we found out, everybody was shocked. Like everybody was shocked. We're like, is that really how they about to end the season?
Is this something like they've ever talked about before? Like, or has this just the first time? It's just
first time ever this has happened.
Wow,
ever.
So this is just like we got to figure something out, and this is what we came up with, huh?
Yeah. It was and that's but they told us like going in there like they could do it to where like if you go through the season, so I think we played them 6 times throughout the season. We went 5-1 against them. I think 4 of the times we beat them by like 20 plus. And then the 2 games that we lost to them were by like, I think a combined of like 6 points or something like that. And then obviously in the finals, we lost the second game we lost to them was in the finals. And I think we lost by like 2 or something like that. And then we blow them out by 30 in the next game. So it was like one of those where it's like,
so you've been cooking them.
They could have just given us the nod because it's like just in terms of the head of it, just the head to head throughout the year.
Could have went to the judges.
Yeah, they could have done that, but I mean, I respect what they did. Because you can't just tell them they losers. They tell them they losers because you don't know they didn't get a chance to play. You can't do that. Like I would hate to be like. In that situation, like, nah, like
I didn't even lose though.
We had 40 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like the bubble championship,
Nah, they played the games.
He's a Lakers fan, so
they played them games. I don't care what you say. You didn't play the game. They played them games, regardless if it was in the bubble or not. They played the games.
No, 100%.
They got the dub. They didn't give. They fleeced y'all for y'all real opportunity to show.
Y'all would have put it to him more than likely. Y'all would have.
It would have been a great. I think it would have been a great game. It would have been a great game. That was one. I was like, that was gonna be a fun game to play. Like that was gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I was looking forward to that. Just a level of competition, like desperation, really. Of both.
No, it's gonna be the desperation.
I love that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
But so, what's next?
What's next?
Yeah,
this summer.
Yeah, this
summer. Shoot, I got 2 weeks left actually. From today, I leave to go back to Japan in 2 weeks. I was fortunate enough to re-sign with the same team this year.
KD did do 2 years, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Just don't fight with your...
Just following footsteps.
Yeah.
Great footsteps. Trying to.
Hey, if you see this, just watch out. Because the next year you're going to punch a player.
Then I'm gonna turn to Draymond next.
Nah, you KD. Draymond did that to KD, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he got mad. And then that's why he left. And then the next year you punched Jordan Poole in the face.
Crazy.
So just watch out.
Yeah. So I go back in 2 weeks and then, we start the whole, training camp and, start to get back to the grind for the season, really.
Yeah. What's the training camp like? Versus...
I wouldn't say it's really training camp. So our coach is actually Australian. Like he's mad cool. So we just practice. I mean, but we practice hard, and play hard. Like if you look at like how we play, like I mean, we have some like our team is really skilled, but we also got everybody like 1 through 12 on the team that everybody play hard. Like I mean, it's like I've never seen where it's like our coach. I remember he'll yell at you if you don't dive for stuff, you don't hustle, he don't play that.
Oh, we can't. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't play that. So we turn the ball over, you better sprint back. Like there's no jogging back. There's no none of that. We play hard for 40 minutes.
Yeah. You got turbo button down the whole game.
So we play like that. Yeah, exactly.
Big Gatorade cup on your name.
Man. But we play like that, but we also practice like that too.
Yeah.
So that's why we can play like that. So it's just gonna be very high level practices, very intense, but it's very specific. Like it's basketball specific.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's not like we just out here running a run. Like, nah, we're gonna do stuff to actually like translate to a game and something. Like we always gonna do stuff with a ball, you know, stuff like that. You know, a lot of 5-on-5s, this type, you know, different types of drills and lifts and, you know, different stuff like that.
Yeah. Is there anything different from the basketball here in the States versus overseas that made you have to adjust at all?
Oh, you know, there's definitely an adjustment. So I'd say, I mean, what you can kind of see with even some of the foreigners and Europeans in like the NBA now, like how they play the game and how like Americans play the game is completely I'm not saying completely different, but overseas they focus more on like fundamentals. Like here they got people doing tween, James Harden step backs and stuff like that. They're not really teaching that, man. You know, overseas. So it's like that. Like that's the big difference. Is like just the fundamental style, fundamentals of the game is different, which makes you. I think you got to think the game a little bit more. I think here, like kind of kid, like especially like kind of young kids and people and athletes rely on their athleticism. Yeah. Like if you're a great athlete, you good. Like it can make up for a lot of things. But like overseas, you're not really going to have the greatest athletes like here in America. So they're a little bit smarter. A
lot of fundamentals.
Yeah, a little bit smarter.
If you don't have the athleticism, then you have to beat them with fundamentals.
Yeah, you got to really think the game through. Yeah, you got to really think the game through. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, says here you led the league in blocks in your rookie season.
Oh yeah.
So what's your mindset playing defense?
I'm trying to send that. I'm trying to send that. But I say my first year, especially like being like my first year in the league, like because a lot of times like people in Japan, like once you're in Japan, you kind of like if they like you, like you'll stay. You like people are playing like in their 40s in Japan. Yeah, like, Americans are just because like they'll pay you and if you're a good person, you know. But so my first year, like I guess they didn't really like. I'm new to league, so people kind of didn't know. I think at one point in the season I was averaging like dang near three blocks a game or something, like 2.5, 3 blocks a game. I was really sending that. But that's where I led it my first year. Next year, a little bit different. You know, I mean I still average over a block, but you know, it was a little bit different.
We're not sending as many.
Yeah, it got to a point to where like, especially like my first year in Japan, they were like dudes would have like layups and they would just not. Yeah. I'm like,
the respect. I'm like, you're getting the respect.
Forget that, man. I'm trying to glass that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put that up there.
I'm not finna be on your highlight reel. I'm finna drill back out to the 3-point line.
I'll be like, man, come on.
Oh man, you play 2K, right?
I actually don't. Man.
You don't play 2K?
Nah, man. You know what's funny? So I don't really play too much video games. I play a little bit of Fortnite, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto here and there. But I ain't never.
When Grand Theft Auto 6 gonna come out though?
Never.
But
2030, something like that, I think is when they predicting.
GTA 6 is coming out when the Dr. Dre album come out.
Okay.
They dropping at the same time. He gonna put the album on the GTA. Now the reason why I was gonna ask you is because I was gonna say like, what would you say your 2K build is?
My 2K build. It's a good one, man.
Like me, I'm bench warmer, right? That's me. 67 overall. Bench warmer. I set a good pick. That's about it.
You got 5 fouls. Good.
Yeah, I got 5 fouls.
But no, you really got 6 though.
6.
I got 6 in the league.
I got 2 flagrants for sure.
So you got an ejection.
Yeah, I got an ejection. Yeah. I'm good for that. You need somebody to complain to the ref? I got you.
But I'd probably say, so my build, I'd probably be like, I mean, definitely like an athletic mobile big, you know, run. I go ahead, I dunk every once in a while. When I was younger, I used to dunk more. I don't really dunk as much anymore. It's not as fun. Shoot, I shoot a little bit, man.
A little stroke.
I think my second year in Japan, I think I shot 42% from three.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a stretch for to me.
Yeah.
Out here, probably.
Yeah. You know, play a little bit in the post, a little bit in the midi.
A little midi?
Yeah, a little bit of something.
Okay.
I don't even know what my player comparison would be. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't think right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
I got a question for you. More championships or more impacts?
More
championship or more impacts? That's like,
I'm a winner, man. I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I'm wired, man. I mean, all that sound good. I mean, now if we're talking about money, championships, it's a little different.
Yeah. 100%. Gonna run the coin.
Go ahead, take that money.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm a winner. Like I enjoy winning. Like I enjoy the process to win. So it's like I'll take that.
So you ready to get that championship next year?
All the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
y'all lost three games.
Yeah, but we do move up a division. So there's B1, B2, B3.
Yeah, you said you.
So we moved up the division. So it'll come with its new challenges. You know, definitely come with its new challenges. But
so it's like okay.
That's why you promoted. That's why they
promoted.
promoted.
Yeah. So you go through the different bracket levels of that division. Okay, that makes sense.
And then, so
the
like
top two.
Then after this year, so like the team I'm on. So they're doing it's called the Super League in Japan. So I think I don't know how many teams there are, but like the team I'm on is gonna be in the Super League. You know, you have to meet through different little qualifications and stuff like that to get up to qualify for it. So they made all the met all the requirements, and they're gonna play in the Super League in the year after this. So being able to go from B2 to then B1 and also have that year in B1 to then go play in the Super League is good going forth. For the team, just because it's about to get real.
Yeah. Super League.
Is there anything specific that you've been working on this off season, or that you've been that you're like focusing on this aspect of the game?
Yeah. So I'd probably say the biggest thing would be kind of getting a little bit more comfortable, in the full court, like being able to kind of push the ball on the break, getting a little bit more comfortable with that. I did stuff like that. My year before I came to this team, the team I'm on currently, but that was because different things was asked from me. So it's like this year I feel like I kind of had to fit into the team because the team returned all but two players. I was one of two new players to be brought in. So it's like I had to kind of fit the bill. Like I had to fit what was already there. So it's like but then kind of talking to the coach and stuff like that, kind of what he envisioned my role this year would be, being able to get more comfortable in that, get more comfortable in the half court set. Yeah, get more comfortable in the half court set, being able to handle a little bit better, being a little bit more aggressive and attacking there, stuff like that. Getting back to, the comfortability of shooting the ball from the three, taking those shots in the game and stuff like that. But I say those are like the big things I've been kind of working on this summer.
Okay. Let's see. What would be a message that you would have to some of the young hoopers, or even the kids who would just type 1 who are actually looking up to you?
So the hoopers or type 1 hoopers?
Because I don't want to separate them out, because you can still be like yourself. You a type 1 hooper.
Yeah. So I say my biggest message is I guess it's not a death sentence or anything like that. Like this is just a little obstacle in our in our lives that we can still do anything that we want. There's plenty of other cases of type 1 diabetics who've had long successful careers and stuff like that. I know there's a couple soccer players. I know there's a women's basketball player that has type 1 diabetes, and then I even think one of the Jones brothers has diabetes. I forget which one, but you know, and he's had a long, successful music career and stuff like that. So I was like, this is just a little obstacle in our way that you can do whatever we want.
It's part of your story that you gotta tell, part of your testament of who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all it is, right? So, you had opportunities come to you left and right. You know, being able to play overseas. In high school, let me ask you this: you were 13 when you left soccer. What position did you play in high school when you first started?
When I first started basketball?
Playing basketball.
Man, they put me on the block,
on the
center.
Block
is crazy.
I say that because
they said don't even step outside from here to here.
You need 1 foot in the paint every time.
Yeah. So I say that because growing up in high school, I was tall as I am now, right? But I was skinnier, obviously, right? So I had a nice little vert, you know what I'm saying, not to toot my own horn. I think I had like 37. But anyhow, they had me playing 4 and 5, right? Yeah, so I'm like, but knowing if I ever, they were setting me up for failure from the get-go, because if I was trying to go further, I'm a 1 for sure. You know, at 6'1", y'all setting me up for first. So even when I play, you know, pickup games now, first place I'm running to is to the block, because that's all I know. So like, they set me up. So that's why I asked that question, like, what I look like trying to play guarding this guy? Like, what I'm gonna do to you? You know what I'm saying? I got 6 fouls for sure. I'm gonna use all of them.
All of them. All of them. And a flagrant. I'm getting 2 T's and everything.
You were never shooting those threes, obviously, right? They ain't had no play set up for you where, hey, you're shooting this.
Not when I was younger. I think that was something that, like, as I've grown. I mean, I kind of started. I started where I really dunked the ball. I dunked the ball a lot when I was younger.
I bet.
Yeah, like I think they did a statistic when my last year in college. I think they said like almost 80% of my points that year was like off of dunks. I mean that's just how I was. But that's how my high school
drop stepping. Is it
anything?
Yeah.
Lobs, anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's how my coaches. That's how my high school coaches were. Like I had this great high school coach. I actually had great high school coaches. So. I mean, that was one thing. They're just like, I remember his name, Coach Anderson, man. He used to be like, yo, I don't care, whatever down, I don't care who in front of you. You go up to dunk it every time. And he was hilarious. He had some things he would say. I'm not gonna say on air, but he was the one that kind of got my mind like that, where I was like,
yeah, they can't stop you.
Just go through them.
You're unguardable at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You him.
Make them jump with you. It's basically. So it's like, that was my thing. But then as I got older in college, I kind of knew that like my game had to develop a little bit more if I wanted to, especially going into the next level. If I wanted to have a future in basketball. So that that's whenever I spent. I remember one summer, I was probably getting up close to almost 1,000 makes, like 1,000 makes like a night, like on our shooting gun.
Yeah.
Like and that kind of translated to me being able to get that comfort level of stepping out and doing stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just something like I've been fortunate to develop my game kind of each year. I'm not the most skilled person, so I got a lot to work on even at the age of 29.
Like I said, you got the will.
Yeah.
You got that will that you can get taught the skill, or the skill can adapt the skill. So
exactly.
As long as you got that will and that heart and that drive.
I still love the game. I still love the game enough where I want to do that too. Yeah. So it's like, everybody talk about that. When are you gonna hang it up? Stuff like that, man. I feel like I'm
just barely put them on.
Yeah, whenever I feel like this is starting to become mature, that's when it's time for me to walk away. But I mean, I love what I do, man. I embrace what I do. I love it. Hate thinking in the future, but I'm missing when I have to give it up. But that's part of life.
If you weren't hooping, what would you do?
That's a great question, man.
Obviously not soccer.
Not soccer. But I think if I didn't go to the didn't start playing sports when I was younger, I would have liked to have been an endocrinologist, a doctor for diabetes and stuff like that. I would have liked to do that when I was younger. I'm probably not gonna. I'm not that dedicated enough to go back to school for that. That's too much.
Too
much of my
7
time.
plus. 7 plus And you gotta do residencies and all that stuff.
I don't got the love for school like that. I was good at school. I didn't love it like that.
Went to school. I went here to get this degree real quick.
Skill, not the will for school.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Skill, not the will.
Skill, not the will. Exactly.
That one perfect.
What any hobbies? Any specific hobbies you like to do outside of hooping? Obviously, man.
I love being in the water, man. I swim all the time, man.
Yeah.
When I was young, we used to love going to the beach and stuff like that. You know, as a family, I like being outdoors. Like, it's a little hot out here.
A little.
Yeah, I just moved out. Yeah, I just moved out here last year, so it's a little hot out here. But I'm still getting used to that. But I love doing like outdoor stuff. Like it's like being able to go out and be active. While I still can be.
Yeah. No, it's hot, but I love being in the water too. If I get on that lake, get on a beach somewhere, get on that water, get on a boat, cool off.
Yeah.
Get on. It might maybe in a 5-6 years I get a jet ski or two or something.
Oh, jet ski. Yeah.
You got anything else you want?
I do. I stole this from. I was watching on Instagram. These NBA players were interviewing themselves. So, who's the first player to bust your ass? Pause. Give you that work. Cook you.
They are too.
I've never been cooked before. What are you talking about?
Cooking. Well, I do the cooking. Like, I mean,
because I'm getting cooked. We switching off. I'd probably say so. I guess a story the time I could give where I was like, dang, this mug.
Switch.
This mug is nice. Now he was actually my teammate.
You getting cooked in practice?
Bam. I remember bro, he was only like 13 at the time. I was like 17. Bro, this dude like 6'9", like 230. I was like, that's like a 14-year-old. Yeah. I was like, bro, I remember there was one time we was at this tournament. He caught the ball. Somebody came and got him, man. He cocked that joint back and dunked it. And I was like, bro, he's 14 years old doing this. I'm like, bro, he gonna be all right.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, I was like, dang. I was like, but he a kid.
Yeah.
That was my first time. I was like, yo, this dude like that. Yeah, he gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And he is. And he is.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dunk on somebody?
Shoot,
I know you caught a few.
Yeah, no, I definitely had a couple, man. Yeah, I definitely had a couple.
80% of his points is done.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I know you had to catch somebody.
I definitely. I'll probably say the craziest one that I remember was when it was my last year when I was at University of Nevada. I think it was either Cody or Caleb. We started going to a ball screen. He come off that jump and throw it up, and they big man came over mad late off the lob. I baptized him and won. That jump was crazy. Yeah, off the lob. I was like, because I looked at him he's like, why he jump? Why he jump? Yeah, no, I remember that. That was probably top 5. One of the craziest ones I had.
You like dunking on people or snatching off the glass better? Which one you like? Which one you like doing better, man?
I don't know, man.
I feel like if it was me and I could do that, I feel like taking somebody's highlight away.
But also dunking on somebody something crazy.
But they thought they had something because you still gonna get the highlight regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you get the highlight taking they thought they had a highlight away.
That was like I remember also my same year when we was at Nevada. But I had like a 42-inch vertical that year. I was like dumbass. I was jumping over everything. And I remember we was playing Arizona State at the Staples Center. Bro, I remember dude. So I'm running back in transition. They kick it ahead to I think they 4 or 5 man. He go for the dunk. I cuff that jump and in midair and spin that. That's right. There's a video I don't know where it's at though. That joke was probably one of the crazy. I remember people like my homies talking to me after. They were like, "Bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that in person."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And maybe because I can't do either. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna erase somebody else's since I can't do it. So I'm gonna erase somebody else's too. So that's probably why I picked.
But I also got to the point where especially in college, nobody would really jump with me because everybody knew I was athletic. So nobody's really about to go up there and try and go by the body or really try and and try and like meet me at the rim. So
you can call sneak dunk though. You got sneak dunk though.
Of course, man. I'm a shot. Yeah. I'm a shot blocker. There was one I got caught. I was like,
caught or like.
I was like, no.
Somebody got. Are you somebody's highlight?
Oh, actually, I did get. The only reason I let it go. As a matter of fact, it was we got the same agent. Kev represented. Oh, he actually played for the team I'm on right now. He played for my first year. My first year when I was out.
Let him make it, dog.
It was like a transition jump, and dude, I think I had. So I think we were down a big. So we only had 3 Americans. I think we were down one of the Americans, and I think I already had like 3 or 4 blocks at that point in the game. It was like the first quarter. I already had like 3 or 4 blocks, and I seen it. So it was like a 2-on-1. It was like a 2-on-1, but then he come trailing in, and they drop it off to him, and I was like, I seen who it was. I was like, I can get this, but I seen who it was. I told him, I was about to foul the mess out of you. I was like, the only reason I didn't is because we got the same agent. I let that one go. I let that one go. I told him that too. I was like, I definitely could have fouled the mess out of you. You would have definitely never dunked. I was like,
but got the same guy.
Yeah, but I was like,
I had to let you make it.
Yeah, no, that was when I was like, I ain't want to mess him up. So I was like, I just. Trying to swipe at it. Yeah, I was trying to swipe at it.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, anything else you want to say to the people or anybody else listening out there or anything like that you want to discuss or anything like that? Or
I think we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I think a decent amount about me if you watch this.
Yeah. Well, hey, I really do appreciate you, man. Honestly, man, taking the time out and sitting down with us.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. If you can, one more time, just tell anyone who wants to follow, learn more about your story, anything like that, how they can follow you. Man.
Yeah. So once again, I'm only on Instagram. You can follow me at Trey _2121.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I be on.
Yeah. All right. Hey, again, I appreciate everybody locked in and tuned in with us. Hey, Kevin, man, I appreciate you bringing Trey in. Holding it down as always. Solid man. Again, appreciate you. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share. What else they need to do?
Tell your best friend.
Tell your best friend, hey, this is Right Now Podcast. We out.